Season 1 of Black Ops 7 is dropping very soon on December 4th, and with it comes a brand new map for BO7 zombies in addition to a lot of other updates that are new and old, but new to the game. We'll be going over all those important updates inside this video, so let's get into it. Now we of course have to talk about this brand new map, Astra Malorum, that is coming with this brand new season. It is going to be an observatory that is stationed on a random rock right next to Saturn. Now this is a little snippet from the intro to this actual new map. You can see it in a couple different locations. You can pull it from YouTube or inside the Call of Duty blog post. It has it posted there, and I highly recommend that you do because it really sets up the atmosphere for the map that we're all walking into in space. Now based on just the screenshots that we have from the Call of Duty blog post and what we have seen in the short intro cutscene, it's going to be a lot of different rooms with a lot of different variables that we're going to have to look for inside of the Easter eggs that are going to be the main Easter egg, and of course the many different side Easter eggs that are bound to be inside of this map. Now they do have a description inside the Call of Duty blog post about this map, but it really doesn't give us all that much, just kind of saying that this is something that has been set and left alone in time, in space, right outside of Saturn, so it really doesn't give us much of what we should be expecting outside of course the different decaying things that we're going to find inside of a zombies map. Now even though the description on the Call of Duty blog post isn't great, thanks to the brand new Season 1 trailer that you can also look up on YouTube very easily, we get a little bit of sense what we're walking into, especially with all the different goodies that we can see inside of these short couple seconds that showcase the brand new map. From what we can briefly see, it looks like it's going to be a combination of small areas into large open areas. Pretty much exactly what they did inside of Ashes of the Dam, though I doubt it's going to be as large of a map as Ashes of the Dam because of course that was the largest zombies map that we ever have, and I can't imagine them doing that again inside of a brand new release like this. Now I could be wrong about this. They may have been noted that this is as large as Ashes of the Dam. If I'm wrong about that, just let me know down in the comments. Now of course the map is just one part of this entire update, and we can speculate all we want to, but until we actually get the map we can only guess. Now let's move on to some of the other good stuff that we've seen in here, like the brand new wonder weapon. Now this brand new wonder weapon is called the Little Green Machine, or LGM-1 for short. According to the blog post, it partially shoots out autonomous saucer-like projectiles that swarm nearby targets with miniature but potent laser fire. We can see this inside the trailer very briefly, so I slowed it down to see a little bit, and it looks like it literally shoots out flying saucers. I find that very funny, it's fun, and it brings something brand new to a new wonder weapon, which I always love to see. Now the blog post also states that these independent spacecrafts prioritize the closest target depending on the weapon aiming, so it really depends on where you want to put these little guys, and then they're going to go to the closest target from there, and then the disc then track and circle these enemies before returning to the weapon for replenishment. So to me this sounds like it's going to be a small ammo capacity but very effective kind of wonder weapon. I'm excited to try this new wonder weapon out inside of space with flying saucers, so let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments. Now as we talk about this brand new wonder weapon, we also have to talk about this brand new elite enemy, which is simply going to be called Oscar. From the description that we have inside of the Call of Duty blog post, it seems like it's going to act like an Uber Klaus, but a little more intense, and has a drone shield, Tesla field, attack drone holograms, and internal circuitry projectiles. As you can see from the different descriptions on the screen from the Call of Duty blog post itself, there is going to be a lot going on when we run into this elite enemy. Now it's going to be interesting how many times it's going to show up, and of course it's probably going to be related to the Easter egg, so let's see how powerful this thing ends up being. Now just like brand new wonder weapons, I'm always excited to see the brand new elites, kind of like the Zersa Bear. I enjoyed that in the very first map that we got, but I'm interested to see how powerful it ends up being. The Zersa Bear was pretty good. I liked the level of difficulty that it posed in the beginning, but let's again see what kind of stuff is going to happen, because I did not enjoy Uber Klaus too much, and this looks like a new repainted version of that. Now we touched on the most important new things that are coming to this brand new map in Season 1, so let's talk about the old things that are new to the game, such as Mule, which has been asked about since BO6, because goodness knows that we needed it back then as well. This is one of the perks that I think just needs to be standard in every brand new zombies game, because everyone enjoys being overpowered in zombies games, and giving you 3 weapons instead of 2 makes it that much more enjoyable. Now of course with this brand new perk we have a bunch of new major and minor augments that I'll put on the screen so you can see which ones that you're probably going to go after as soon as this new map drops. Now personally I'm definitely going to try and grind out to get the multi-pack, which pack-a-punching a weapon might cause another weapon you are carrying to upgrade to that same pack level, including your melee weapon. In other words, there's a scenario where you have Mule Kick and you are only upgrading one of your weapons up to level 3, and then all of your weapons become level 3 pack level. The amount of points that would save you in an Easter egg run if you get that kind of lucky would be astounding. But let me know your guys' thoughts about this down in the comments. I'm happy to see Mule Kick finally get into this game, as it should again have been inside of Black Ops 6 Zombies, but that's an entirely different conversation. This next section is a little more rapid fire because it's things that we've seen in the past in Black Ops 6 Zombies and previously that are important to talk about, but not as important as the brand new Wonder Weapon, Mule Kick, etc, etc. Such as the ammo mod Lightman that you may have remembered from Black Ops 6 Zombies that actually was really useful if you used it correctly. I used it a lot in solos because it healed you if you used certain augments correctly. And with this new augment system with the new layers, this is no different. There's one called Booster Shot for a major augment that is a healing glyph, can now overcharge your health, which is amazing. Imagine that with Juggernaut. Shatter Blast is another returning ammo mod that personally I enjoyed to use as well, depending on the situation, and who doesn't love to make additional explosions. Now, some of these major augments are also very awesome, like Blast Repair. When a Shatter Blast destroys enemy armor, you get some back, and Blast Shield, damaging multiple enemies with the blast temporarily mitigates damage you receive, so it basically takes away some of the damage when you damage others. Now, probably not a fan favorite for a lot of people that is returning is going to be Tesla Storm, which personally I did not find all that fun to use, especially when I play mostly solo. It just hasn't done enough for me as a solo player to really mitigate me using some of the other more useful field upgrades, obviously like Ether Shroud. But with some of these additional augments, let's see if it's a little more powerful now than it was in previous games of Black Ops 6 Zombies. We're just gonna have to see when we get our hands on it. Now, the other field upgrade that is returning, a Frost Blast, I am excited to use this because this can be used very strategically and can be very helpful in sticky situations. I've used it multiple times in Black Ops 6 to get myself out of sticky situations when I'm just trying to grind high levels. And with some of the new augments that increase the amount of damage mitigation and freezing ability that you have with this field upgrade, it's going to be a lot of fun to use, especially in solos. And of course, the final field upgrade that is returning is going to be the Mr. Peaks field upgrade that everyone is going to love using, because who doesn't love Mr. Peaks? This is going to be another field upgrade that I'm going to be focusing to grinding for the final major augment of Peak Health, which you will heal rapidly while you're near Mr. Peaks. And depending on what minor augments you're using, the field around Mr. Peaks that does the attraction radius will probably also affect how quickly you're able to be healed, which is just going to be a larger radius of you constantly healing, which can be really helpful in sticky situations. Now, to end this update list on a bit of a high note, we have two brand new GobbleGums that are going to be fun and helpful at the same time. First, we have Elemental Exposure, which is a new epic GobbleGum. It's going to last 3 minutes. Your weapons will always inflict damage of the target's elemental weakness, which is huge. Not sure how this is going to affect endgame bosses for major Easter eggs, but it could be really helpful in draining some of these bosses a lot faster, and for some of the world record users, they could use this really easily. And the other GobbleGum, as you can see, is going to be a fun, whimsical GobbleGum. It's going to be Slay List. It happens instantly, and it is going to play a random zombie song. Now, I'm curious what songs they are going to load up with this GobbleGum, if it's all different kinds of zombie songs from all different Call of Duty Zombies games, or if it's just the ones that they loaded in for Black Ops 7. We're going to have to see when we get this new GobbleGum. Now, if you go to the actual Call of Duty blog post, yes, I skipped over a lot of the different updates because some of them aren't as important as what I covered inside this video, in my opinion. Some of these things are coming out later on inside of Season 1. Others are just survival maps that aren't really focusing on brand new content. They're just cut out pieces of Ashes of the Damned at the moment. And some of them are equipment pieces that doesn't really affect some of the gameplay and other things that we're going to be interacting with this brand new season, if that makes sense. Let me know down in the comments if you think there's something that I should have covered inside this video, and I can work on this short to cover that as well. Now, if you did find this video helpful, make sure to hit the like, subscribe buttons for me down below so I know that you did find it helpful, and I'll catch you in the next one.